Welcome to SAT TV News. I am Larry Larrock, your presenter. In our top stories, Dominican tops UWood in law school. Call to legalize ganja resonates with CARICOM leaders. Iran's Rouhani dismisses nuclear weapon fears. And in sports, Brian Lara impressed with Chris Gayle's leadership. Details of these will follow. Welcome back. In keeping abreast with modern technology, the Registry Department is continuing work on a project to modernize its operations. Registrar at the Registry Department, Mr. Ozzy Walsh, explained that the Civil Registry project will significantly enhance services in that department.
The project has to do with the digitalization of civil registry records, particularly legacy data, legacy records. Civil registry means the part of the registry department which deals with births, deaths, marriages, and adoptions. That is a civil part of our registry here. So all those records that we have, information in those big books we have with respect to persons' birth information, birth records, the death records, marriage records, all these books, I think there's over 180 something books, those big books in total, are going to be scanned.
After scanning the books, the information will then be saved to a software program which will make it easier to be retrieved. He said the Canadian government has entered into a contractual agreement with the government of Dominica to assist the Civil Registry Department as it relates to electronically issuing certificates including birth, marriages, death, and adoption. This project will be complemented by the Organization of American States OAS project. Minister of Tourism and Legal Affairs, Honorable Ian Douglas, believes this project will address the issue of the lack of adequate resources within the Registry Department.
And so that is why we have worked with the registrar towards the upgrading of the Registry Department as an important venture which involves structural work to include the physical upgrade of a number of different areas of the registry, including the law library. In addition, there will be an automated filing system and an internet access to enable attorneys and their clerks to conduct searches. A sum of $200,000 has been allocated for this project, which is expected to be completed by March 2014.
A delegation from the Caribbean Community Secretariat will visit Dominica on September 23rd to 24th, 2013 to undertake a national consultation exercise. In furtherance of this important activity, His Excellency Felix Gregoire, Ambassador of Dominica to the OECS and CARICOM, hosted a media briefing on Thursday, 19th September to discuss the process of regional integration and to provide an update on the CARICOM consultation. Mr. Gregoire said, CARICOM is responding to the directives of the head of government in order to make it more effective.
There is a reform process going on at the CARICOM level, and at the end of that there will be two outcomes. One, the secretariat itself will be more efficient, it will be strengthened, it will be reformed, so to speak, so it can deliver a better service to the Caribbean community. And as a second product, we'll have a new strategic plan for CARICOM. Now, to get the reform of Secretariat, there has been a study done, and the heads have approved that study, recommending changes to be made.
CARICOM will undertake a mission to gather information from the public as to how they can improve on what priorities they should address. The CARICOM heads have mandated that each country have a person referred to as a change driver who will be responsible for pushing the agenda, documenting follow-ups and activities, and ensuring that all targets are met. Mr. Gregoire informed us that as an ambassador to the OECS, he was appointed as a change driver for Dominica. The government has created a regional integration task force to assist in additional consultations and communications via social media and submissions. An official statement is expected to be made next week.
So what I'm saying is that it's not just one exercise and it's done, but there'll be because I'm sure that CARICOM will not get the views of everybody. So there might be need to follow up with groups, and we will be doing that. So if you have any views on how we can proceed, how we can make things better, we will be happy to listen and to take the necessary action.
He stated at the OECS level, the free movement includes everyone as long as they are citizens of the OECS. In order for someone to move from an island to the next in search of employment, they must obtain a skilled certificate issued in their country. Individuals must be university graduates, top sport athletes, or cultural ambassadors in order to be a recipient of a skilled worker certificate. The ambassador believes that the Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ, may be one of the issues to be addressed at the consultation. According to Mr. Gregoire, the CCJ holds a number of negative comments directed towards their institution, and we need to be mindful about the information that we as citizens distribute. From October 2nd, the task force will visit several primary and secondary schools throughout the island, starting from the north point of Dominica, to discuss regional integration. The ambassador hopes to discuss OECS unity, chiefly the unity aspect, as well as CSME at CARICOM level. In more news, the village of Shawford, located in the Roseau Valley, will certainly appreciate water much more after they finally received access to pipe-borne water on Wednesday, September 18, 2013. During the commissioning of the Shawford water supply, a project made possible due to the collaborative effort of the Government of Dominica, the WASCO, and the Basic Needs Trust Fund 6 program, project manager of the Basic Needs Trust Fund, Mr. Matthew Carrett, stated, this project began on March 13, 2012, with the contract signing to begin construction.
Over the years, BNTF has been partnering very closely with the WASCO in providing safe potable water to needy communities. And BNTF's response is in contributing to the Millennium Development Goals, which, as it states in Target 10, by 2015, to halve the population of persons without sustainable access to safe potable water and basic sanitation.
Mr. Carrett told the residents of Shawford, although it was a long wait, good things come to those who wait. A 30,000-gallon tank was constructed and 10 fire hydrants were installed in the village, in addition to lines from the water source that will allow the water into the home. Shawford resident Mrs. Fernanda Raymond stated, although it was a long journey to get to this point, she is happy that it has come to an end.
I am honestly, simply delighted to see that this newly constructed water supply project is being commissioned. This is one major project that responded directly to the need of a community. And from this perspective, for this community, Shawford, this water supply system being commissioned today will, and I believe sincerely, contribute to all members of the community to improve our hygienic environment, enhance and significantly improve our lives. Shawford residents will share that together. No more praying for the Kawem to end. No more looking towards the mountain tops for rain. No more calling from Marigot or Grand Bay, where there's lots of rain, to find out if Shawford has rain today. No more frets of doing the rain dance on rooftops in both suits. No more carrying loads of laundry to other places. That was then. This is now. To all residents, I do hope that we all appreciate the fact that we now have easy access to clean and safe pipe-borne water.
She urged the residents to take collective responsibility in ensuring the water is used resourcefully. Parliamentary representative for the Roseau Valley constituency, Honorable Colin McIntyre, advised the residents to cherish this new water system. They were also advised to keep their water tanks and to ensure they remain filled.
For the future, those of us who want to, well, we have some serious houses there, let's start looking at putting in some systems at the base of our houses. That's critical. We have to look at it that way. We are blessed with water, we have a lot of water, but the cost of bringing water to the various communities is expensive. And I must say thanks to the BNTF and all the partners who helped us in terms of making it a success in terms of having the water here.
The water project cost $1,180,320.80 and was conducted under the BNTF Basic Need Trust Funds Phase 6. In other news, Marie-Therese Etienne from the community of Penville has emerged as the top student of the U Woodin Law School in Trinidad and Tobago. Ms. Etienne, who attained 10 A's and 1 B, received the highest honor at the school and will graduate on October 5th. Students who obtain 6 A's and above are registered on the principal list of honor, while individuals who obtain 9 A's and above are listed on the merit list.
I must take the opportunity to express congratulations to one of our own from the most recent exit from the LEC course. One of our own has done exceptionally well coming out of Trinidad. I would say simply that congratulations of the highest order are appropriate.
Mr. Peter said that he is pleased with the exceptional performance of Ms. Etienne.
And I take the opportunity here and now in public to express my personal congratulations and to express the congratulations of the Office of the Attorney General to her on her achievement and more particularly to her on agreeing to forego opportunities that were available to her and have been available to her to pursue private practice and to forego that opportunity or those opportunities and to agree to serve within the chambers of the Attorney General on an initial basis and certainly on as far as I'm concerned, to agree.
Prior to her enrollment in the law program at the University of London, Ms. Etienne was employed as a French teacher at the Portsmouth Secondary School and then became an employee at the National Bank of Dominica for 6 years. In more news, the Kalinago people have seen the need to enhance the Pocassi area by constructing a monument in honor of the Kalinago nation of Dominica. Kalinago Week, which is observed annually, was deemed special this year as the official opening ceremony was held on September 18th to commemorate this week's activities. Chief Cultural Officer Mr. Raymond Lawrence commended the Carib Council and social groups for contributing to the prominence and recognition of the Kalinago culture.
It's been said that a country without a knowledge of its history and culture is like a tree without roots. It's important that we as a nation are aware of our history and culture in order that we can understand where we have come from and what it is which has contributed to making us who we are today. The Cultural Division knows and we recognize the importance of understanding ourselves as a people and a nation, and the Kalinago people have made a significant and outstanding contribution to Dominica's life and Dominica's development.
Mr. Ashton Grano, the parliamentary representative for the Kalinago constituency, emphasized on the need of a monument to be erected, which will contribute greatly to various aspects relating to the Kalinago people.
I personally believe that a monument erected in honor of the Kalinago people will do a number of things. Those enunciated by those speakers before me, as well as stimulate interest in our history and also provoke research. One of the things we have not been able to do as Kalinagos well is to continuously research our history and document it. Dr. Lennox Honeychurch is doing that for us. But we want some of our own Kalinagos to come forward and do that.
Honorable Reginald Austri, acting Prime Minister, told the Kalinagos that the government is fully supportive of their dreams and aspirations to set up a monument in their honor.
That my government has contributed tremendously in taking you to where you are. Because it is this government who appointed the first Kalinago minister to responsible for Kalinago affairs. It is this government who gave you a Carib department that could more closely work with your Carib Council and your PALREP to bring development to your community. One may say that this is not sufficient. One may say more could have been done. But we can say that we have a start, and the future of the Carib people, the Kalinago people, looks very, very, very bright indeed.
Honorable Austri also urged the Kalinagos to raise the bar for economic and social development within the territory. In other news, Director of Student Services, Mr. Edgar Hunter, has urged newcomers at the Dominica State College, DSC, to join the several clubs available on campus this year. He explained that individuals are allowed to join as many as 2 clubs in order to keep themselves occupied while on campus.
If you are interested in theater, anything like this, you can join. We handle health, counseling, and everything, as we say, non-academic. All right, we are your friends. We want you to visit our office. Our office belongs to you. You make what happens in the office. An important part of student life is the Student Government Association. And we want students to take that very seriously, because normally students come and complain. There is nothing to do on campus. But the Student Government Association is the one that is responsible for planning student activity.
He told the prospective students that if they do not play an active role in their student government, no activity will be available to them. Mr. Hunter says the student services are involved in orientations and graduations and advised the students to visit his office at the college when necessary. Minister of Education Honorable Peter Seja gave the students the government's firm commitment of their support of the DSC. Mr. Seja believes that every young person, despite one's background or family tagline, must be given an equal educational opportunity. He said education is not a privilege but a right to every young Dominican. He informed us that Dominica, not just the Ministry of Education, is currently pushing the agenda of technical and vocational education, training and Caribbean vocational qualifications, CVQs. According to the minister, it is imperative that Dominica be a key player in the move towards technical and vocational education and training. We believe that Dominica State College is that engine that will transform our local economy and will place us at a level that is second to no other country in the region, he stated. The minister commended the president of the DSC, Dr. Donald Peters, and his staff for their continuous contributions towards national development in Dominica and called on the young people to take their education seriously. There are many adults, he said, who did not have the opportunity that the students currently take for granted. Mr. Seja informed the young men that the education is not only for the young ladies. This has been the local segment of the news. Coming up next, regional highlights.